Yo, what's good? Chopped Unk 67 here. Today I'm gonna teach you
Why you do not have a girlfriend. Well, more accurately, why God doesn't want to give you a girlfriend. So it's like actually really complex, but there's a really simple formula that makes it super simple and easy to understand. So I'm gonna, there we go. Now the screen is on the board. Let's go. There's a P equals N1 times N2 times N3. Now, what does this mean? The N, you can think of nature for number one. That's like your nature. N2 is, I'm trying not to think of a certain word. Nurture. And N3, that's the N variable. P is your personality. N1 is nature. Nature times nurture times, what does N3 stand for? Why did I call it N? Anyways, that is the N variable. Now what is the N variable? N variable basically means it's like your virtue, it's like outside graces. And you're like, what the heck does that mean? So let's just simplify it by virtue. So what does this have to do with anything about you being single and an incel? So basically, God knows what you're worth and God has someone in mind for you. So think of it like a video game. Basically, you have to unlock a character and it costs this many money points and you don't have enough money points, that's why. In this case, it's more of a metaphorical type of money. And you either are lacking in your nature, your nurture, or your virtue. Let's just change this into virtue. The biggest one is virtue. N3 is the one you have most power to change. N2, nature, that's our nurture. That's basically everything around you. It also has to do with your mindset, because your mindset is basically the voices that are talking to you and nurturing you. So you can actually change your nurture. That's the second easiest to change, but it's still pretty hard. Mindset, it takes a long time to change. Virtue is also the same. You actually change your mindset, then you change your virtue, but virtue is exponential. If you really want to think about it, it's like this. Why am I using N? I just really like the letter N. Let's just use the letter V, virtue. Virtue will exponentially boost your score. So let's get a real world example. Let's say there's like a unicorn, right? She's a unicorn. She's literally like 10 out of 10, so that's like 1,000. But no one's perfect, so let's bump a little points down. 967. She costs 967. You have to be at least 967 personality. And that, let's say you're like nurture, you had like trash nature. You're just born with like autism. You're like a 4, right? And your nurture, you're born in like a really weird place and no one liked you, and you're like have like really bad mental, so you're like a 5. That's like really low, right? And your virtue, because of your nature and nurture, you are brought up to be like really bad, so let's just say 2. Now you got a long way to go. Quick maths, that's like 14. No, 20 times 20. I'm bad at math. That's like 20,000, isn't it? All right, back to the old formula. This is a bad formula, not like that. Go back to the old formula. Time. 967 equals 4 times 5 times 2. There we go. That's more like it. 20 times 2 of 40. You're at 40. You got a long way to go, my man. So focus, number 1. You cannot change nature. Do not focus on nature. That is very hard to change. You can change it, but it's like really hard. You want to focus N3 or V. Why? Okay. New page. P equals N1 times N2 times V. There we go. All right, so you want to do this. You want to change your virtues, right? Just every day is an opportunity. You want to focus every day. Every day is a new opportunity to grow in virtue every day. Every day you want to grow at least 0.001. You want to grow that every day. Increase every day. Plus, minus, up there. Yes. By that, while you do that, you are also doing N2. N2 equals nurture. There. Nurture. So you want to be increasing mindset. That's the only thing you can change. And decreasing bad energy people. You want to cut those bad energy people out of your lives as much as you can. Some people you can't, like your boss, but if it's really bad, just quit your job. The one thing that will really help, very helpful, the thing that helps you the most, hard things. I'm not talking about your penis, all right? Don't be jerking off. So you gotta be doing hard jobs. If you're in fast food, this is really good. Fast food, thumbs up. I'm just writing everything. That's a thumbs up. Fast food, horrible place to be. It's bad for your health, but it's good for the mind. You gotta be thinking about this stuff. A lot of people are like, I hate it here. I don't wanna be here. The fact that you don't wanna be there and you're there and you're making money, that's good, right? It doesn't matter about the money, doesn't matter about feeding people. That's a good plus. But the matters, you're training the mind, all right? Be there for at least 6 months until you quit. At least 6 months. 1 year, good. So hard things, gym, yes. You just have to reach that point of failure and keep going. Because your mind, it says, this is hard. I gotta quit. I can't go anymore. But you have to go past that. That's how you build virtue. Go back to virtue. Virtue, circle it again. Virtue. Virtue. You need to grow in virtue. So the reason God is not giving you a girlfriend so you can grow in virtue. Because think about it. If you are a P, your P is at, you need 9, 6, 7, right? But you're like at 14, right? That's not equal. It's not equal. You need to be equal. Or greater than or equal to, right? Greater than or equal to 9, 6, 7 is less than or equal to U, right? Y times O times U, Yaksu, right? You need to be greater than 9, 6, 7 because you are a man. You need to lead. You need to be strong and anchored. See, this is an anchor. Yep. You gotta be growing in virtue. I really need to hammer this in. Virtue. That's the one thing you need to focus on growing in. Oh, wow. I zoomed out a lot. Right? Nurture. You need to... I also want to hammer this down. Nurture. Because what are you going to be doing as a man in your family? You're going to be nurturing. How can you nurture if you're not nurtured yourself? Nurture. Porter Robinson. Nurture. Nurture and virtue. Guys, this is very important. You need to understand this. This singleness season is a very good opportunity. You need to thank God. You need to be grateful. You need to be grateful for this opportunity, this single season in your life. You can't be taking it for granted every day. You need to be focusing every day. Focus on the mindset, all right? Every day. Not just every other day, not when you feel like it. Every day, all right? You need to be focusing every day. And what do you need to be focusing on every day? Growth. Growth. That's the important part. You need to be focusing on growth. Growth in what? Virtue. Yes, virtue. Okay, I hope you guys appreciate this video. I hope you learned something. And if you learned something, comment it down below so you can teach the other people who didn't understand. And I will see you guys in the next video where I'm less chopped.